What if the person you trusted most became the architect of your downfall? Not an enemy, not a stranger, but someone you loved, someone you defended, someone you would have sacrificed everything for. This is not a story about simple betrayal. This is about loyalty twisted, bent, and sharpened into the perfect weapon. History loves stories of loyalty. We think of samurai devoted to their masters, Roman generals inspiring unwavering allegiance, entire kingdoms held together by the glue of devotion. But history also whispers something much darker. Sometimes, the most loyal soldiers marched straight into traps laid by the very leaders they served. Blind allegiance feels noble, heroic even. But psychologically, it's a dangerous game. People who love deeply, who commit fiercely, often silence their own doubts. They find reasons to forgive what shouldn't be forgiven. They rationalize the red flags, painting them a different color in their minds. And that's when loyalty begins to shift. It transforms from a source of strength into a critical vulnerability. It rarely happens all at once. It starts small. A request that feels just a little unfair. A lie that gets brushed off as a simple misunderstanding. A moment where the respect you give isn't quite returned. These are the early tremors before the earthquake, the subtle signs that your devotion is being tested and perhaps being taken for granted. You tell yourself it's a one-time thing, an exception to the rule. But what if it's the beginning of a pattern? Manipulators know something incredibly important. Loyal people are predictable. Their commitment, their desire to please, their willingness to give the benefit of the doubt, it all becomes a playbook for exploitation. The strategy is often simple and devastatingly effective. First comes the flattery, making you feel seen, special, and indispensable. Then comes the validation, confirming that your beliefs and feelings are correct, reinforcing your bond. They create an us versus them illusion, positioning you and them against an outside world that just doesn't understand. And with each step, they slowly tighten their grip, pulling you deeper into their world and further away from your own judgment. Take the real-world case of Tyrannos. Elizabeth Holmes didn't just deceive investors and the public. She weaponized the loyalty of her own team. Employees believed in her vision with such fierce passion that they actively ignored glaring red flags, defended obvious lies, and helped protect her growing empire of illusions. They weren't just working for a company. They were part of a mission, a revolution. That's the classic outcome when devotion overrides critical thinking. Personal boundaries dissolve. Your own values start to erode, replaced by the values of the person or group you're loyal to. And your loyalty, once a shield, becomes a tool in someone else's hands. You find yourself doing things you never thought you would, all in the name of a cause you thought was just. Then comes the turning point. The moment your loyalty no longer shields you, it actively wounds you. A trusted friend uses your deepest secrets as social currency. A partner weaponizes the love and vulnerability you shared to control you. A mentor you admired exploits your admiration for their own gain. The betrayal hits with a force unlike any other because they knew exactly where to strike. They were inside your defenses. They knew your hopes, your fears, your dreams, and they used that intimate knowledge as the blade. Loyalty, once a noble virtue, becomes the sharpest weapon ever forged against you. And the damage doesn't stop there. The cuts extend far beyond the immediate victim. Families fracture, friendships shatter, professional reputations crumble. The ripple effect is devastating. The discovery is often the most shattering part, not just because of what happened, but because of who did it. The realization forces the victim into a painful identity crisis. Was I blind? How could I have been so naive? Was I being manipulated from the very start? The psychological scars run incredibly deep. Trust in others is broken, sometimes for years. Your own self-worth takes a massive hit as you begin to doubt your own judgment. You become suspicious in every future relationship, always looking for the angle, always waiting for the other shoe to drop. And confronting the betrayer often feels impossible. After all, how do you fight back against a weapon that you unknowingly helped forge with your own devotion? But betrayal, even the deepest and most painful kind, is not the end. It's a revelation. From those wounds come powerful lessons, the true value of setting boundaries, the critical importance of discernment, and the profound understanding that loyalty without limits simply invites destruction. True loyalty isn't blind. It isn't unconditional surrender. It isn't self-sacrifice without any self-respect. True loyalty is mutual. It's balanced. It's something that is earned consistently on both sides of the relationship, not demanded, manipulated, or exploited. And once you truly learn that lesson, you don't stop being a loyal person. You just stop being loyal to the wrong people. You learn to give your trust more wisely, making it more valuable, not less. So remember, loyalty is one of the most powerful forces in human connection. In the right hands, it builds empires. In the wrong hands, it destroys them. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights into the complexities of human nature.